Right now on the programme, it's a marriage MOT. We're giving you a chance to step back and say, okay, if I'm married, where is my marriage relationship at? Are there certain areas I need to sort out and to deal with, rather than just getting on with everyday life and almost ignoring it? My studio guests who are helping us talk about how to grow a strong marriage are Maureen and Colin Francis, answering your questions this morning. Colin, I'm going to address this question to you. Okay. This is a woman who is finding things very difficult. She says, how do you deal with your husband when he has viewed or been involved with pornography? She says, I know a lot of women do deal with this, but I am really struggling. How do I love him after this situation?
Yeah, and to be honest, that's an extremely powerful question. I think it's obviously very challenging when if the other person doesn't feel that they actually need help in that area, and oftentimes that is the case. So unless there's where he feels that I've got to get help for this, and he's able to be open and honest in his communication to her, I'm sure she sounds like someone that really loves this guy, wants to do something about it. Sometimes what we learned in life, Maureen and I, in our relationship, is that when we couldn't get through to each other, we had to go. We took it to prayer, and sometimes it was a question of fasting and praying for the individual, because oftentimes we can become very angry and frustrated with the individual, and then we feel worthless, we feel undervalued. But there are always some underlying factors here. So what I would suggest is that if he's not willing to get help, which is a possibility that he maybe speak to him about getting help for the issue that he is having, or they can actually communicate and work through it together through prayer and through ministry. If she can't get through to him, the best protocol is to go to God. And I know it's hard, but you know what? When you love someone, you would do anything it takes to ensure that person changes or gets the help and support that they need.
And I guess in that situation as well, there's no harm in her getting some support, because if it's her who's struggling, I mean, Maureen, awful situation for a woman to be in that place where she wants to love her husband, doesn't know what to do and is struggling.
Yeah. But the Bible tells us that we have to learn to forgive. I know it's very difficult in those kind of situations, but if we make it our priority to read the Word of God and to adhere to the directions in it and the principles that it gives, that can help us out of many situations. Some things that we think about that it's really hard to do in and of ourselves, we can't do it. But once we realize, especially those of us who are born again, once we have God has renewed our minds and he's helped us, he's inside of us, and anything that he tells us to do, we have the capability of being able to do it, and he will assist us every step of the way. So one of the things that we're adhered to do is in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. It tells us love keeps no record of wrongs. If you keep thinking about something, focusing on it and meditating on it, the worse it will get. So you need to put that out of your mind. You have to learn to forgive. God forgave us. There are so many terrible things that we've done, but he loves us. He wants us to have the same forgiveness for others, and he will help us every step of the way.
Tune in to Woman with Maria Rodrigues, weekdays from 10:35 a.m, only on Premier Christian Radio, where faith comes to life.